Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another plan with me to share with you all, and this week we are planning for the week of December 2nd to December 8th, and the countdown to the end of the year, to the end of the decade to the end of my fall semester, woo, to that honestly, has begun, and I am so excited. Like, the closer we get to the end of my semester, to the end of this year, the quicker my brain begins to shut down. Yeah, that's about right. So for this week, I am using the kit called Grinchmas from so much enthusiasm from ScribblePrintsCo, because this week was Kirsten's birthday, and I think it was like a running joke that if anyone's gonna be the planner Grinch, it's Kirsten. Said with so much love. So for this kit, I also did grab the family boxes, and instead of grabbing the blondes like I usually do, I grabbed the brunettes for the tall box that looks just like Kirsten. Like, I don't remember if it was meant to look like Kirsten. I think it was, but it ended up looking like Kirsten, and I was like, if it's gonna be her birthday week, then I gotta put a brunette in there. So I ended up putting the brunette tall box over the Thankful Thought, but luckily there was a blonde in there who looked like Cindy Lou Who, so phew, I am represented in my own spread. Narcissistic points have been gained. What is forming sentences? Maybe I should take elocution classes, but does someone who can't be eloquent need elocution classes? Like, come on, elocution. What a fun word. It sounds like someone's being electrocuted. Very A Clockwork Orange, where they like, where am I going with that? Nowhere. Okay, so for this week, I don't have anything spectacular to report, do I? It was a pretty decent week. The week was really tiring. One of my finals was on this week. It's a 2-part class. So part 1 was on is on this week that I am planning, and then the second part is the week that I am currently in the future. She did that very kindly because she didn't want us to have like stacked finals or anything like that, which I appreciated. But homegirl also assigned a paper to be due the same week as all the finals. So I'm like, what is you doing? Is you okay? Do you not own a calendar? Like, what was the point of giving us like this break? The point was to not give us a paper afterwards, but I digress. So I don't have the grade for that yet. This professor takes a million years to get back my grades. And I think I'm spoiled because I had my patient assessment today, so it is the Monday after this week. And she already posted my grade, which I passed with flying colors if I do say so myself, and if the numbers also say so. The numbers say so. So, yeah. It's a good week. Was it a good week? Well, no, I'm having a good day. The Monday, I'm having a good day. But this week that we're in, very colorful, very beautiful. Lots of studying was done because there was quizzes. There's quizzes, right? Quizzes, tests. What else is new? But I did keep busy with other things during the week, so we'll get into that later. But moving on to the sidebar. Did I need to mention? Oh, the overlay for the 15mm washi is from Sadie Stickers. Everything else is from ScribblePrintsCo, including the little photo corners for the tall box Kirsten and the snowflake deco and overlays. They are a little like sampler sheet that is also from ScribblePrintsCo. So since I have the tall box, my sidebar is a bit shorter, which is fine. I didn't know what to put in a half box anyway, so this worked out really well. So I put down a big piece of washi, pattern washi, and then a to-do header over top, and then I went ahead and grabbed a ombre heart checklist and placed that. The reason I placed this one first was just to make sure I had room for all 5 checklists because I needed them all. And then towards the bottom, I put down my 2 habit trackers. So one is for taking my vitamins, and then one is for my iron and vitamin D, which I only took, how many times? Oh, 4 times. I just thought I forgot to take them completely this week. That was last week, wasn't it? Yeah, that was last week. But 4 out of 7 days. Not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah. And then I went ahead and filled everything out. All the pens, tools, and stickers I use in this spread will be listed down below. All the shops and where I got anything. The only thing that keeps changing is the sticker book from Amazon. That's what I place all my stickers on. So if you just look up sticker book on Amazon, it will come up. I think I'm going to change that in the description down below because for some reason that link just keeps changing to something weird and then back to sticker books, and then back to something weird, and I'm like, I just can't keep up with that link. So yeah, should I just start with the day by day? Come on, let's go. Pick up the pace, Jessica. Oh my god, look how long my nails are. They kind of look gross. Don't look at my nails. But I took a instrument sharp. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna go into the day by day because it's kind of is the same related story. I'm like, does anybody really want to hear this? I know some of you are probably like, yes, and I'm like, the others are probably like, I'm so tired of hearing about this. So on Monday, I had yet another competency, and it was to sharpen dull instruments, which when my professor came in, she was like, does anyone have any questions? And I was like, yes. How do we sharpen our instruments? Because I'm not kidding. And I guess I'm trying to be funny, but I'm also not being funny when I say we only had maybe a solid 30 minutes of practicing sharpening our instruments and everything like that. And we had to look up a video, but everyone, like, you know, has their own way of doing it. And depending on the professor you have is how you should be doing it. So I was kind of like, I don't know what you want us to do, because we didn't really ever go over this. We just kind of we legitimately had to teach this to ourselves. So I watched a bunch of videos. And what was I talking about? I watched a bunch of videos on YouTube to show me, and then I didn't even end up doing it that way because I wasn't sure if because that wasn't how they showed us. So I was like, it's a very confusing process. I can't remember what my story was, but it was snowing on Monday, and like thick blanketing kind of snow, not just like drizzle and then it's all slush, but it was actually snowing, and it was so magical and so beautiful. And I was just glad that I got to use one of these like snow character stickers, because we are in December and Holly Jolly months, and Holly Jolly months call for snow. What was the point of me telling that story? I don't remember. And then when I got home, I packed up my clothes for donation. It was just like piles and piles of clothes that I had decluttered the week before, and I still have to go donate them. But I packed them up in a bag so they weren't cluttering up in my room. And then after that, I just finished reading One Day in December, which, if you didn't watch my last plan with me, I really highly recommend that book because it was so stinking cute. And especially for this time of year, like, it's just great. If you like rom-com stuff, read it. I want to reread it, but like, I have so many books. Is that this week? Is it this week? Yes, so many books that I have to go through now, so there's like no point in rereading that. But then I pulled my stickers for this week because I don't think I started putting down stickers until Thursday. So I pulled the stickers for the week, and I didn't actually like film the plan with me or anything, but just to have that done. And I did that while watching The Night Before Christmas, which is a holiday special on Netflix with Vanessa Ann Hudgens, and an actual night, like Knight. It was great. It was really stupid cheesy. Like, even cheesy for me, but I ate that up, so I was just like, I loved it. Then after that, I studied for my quiz the very next day because I needed to do well on it. My professor, one of them she's like giving like quizzes every week, but that's because she drops. After 5 quizzes, she drops all your lowest grades, and we're at quiz number 7 tomorrow. Not during this week. This week was the 6th quiz, and I actually missed one of them because I was in Mexico for a wedding. So I really needed to do well on this quiz because I didn't have, like other people who took every quiz get 2 quizzes dropped now, and I only get 1. So I wanted to do really well, and I did do really well. I finished the test in 45 seconds. She wasn't even done giving out the quiz, and I like raised my hand, and she was like, yes, Jessica? And I was like, I'm done with the quiz. And she's like, oh my god, got 100. My other professor don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, also, I was really mad on this day because I forgot it had snowed the night before, and like I said, blanketing snow, and I had to clean off my car, but I didn't leave my house until like the very last second that like would make me late. Like that was like the latest that I could leave without being late, and I was leaving, and my mom was like, did you clean off your car? And I was like, oh, I totally forgot. Like, I forgot that's a thing like that you have to do. Ooh, excuse me. So, what did I do? Oh, so I cleaned off my car. I went to class. Didn't have a quiz in the first one. And then I went to Au Bon Pain to get coffee. No, I think I just got a sandwich that day. It was like a Caesar salad wrap and some barbecue chips. Combo is delicious. And then I had my quiz. And like I said, I finished in 45 seconds. I tried to help some of my other classmates because there was like a chemical that we needed to know. Chemical? Is it a chemical? Well, it's calcium hydroxyapatite, which is basically what your enamel's made up of, unless I'm really wrong. But I got 100 on that quiz, so I don't think I am wrong. But yeah, so I was like trying to tell him what the answer was, and I was like, but like I'm not subtle when it comes to cheating, and I've mentioned this before. Like I can't cheat, and I can't be cheated off of unless like you're doing it without me knowing. Like I don't mind if people cheat off me as long as I don't know they're doing it. But also I hate giving people stuff to copy. Like I don't like giving people my papers to copy and stuff. So you just gotta, like, if it's like a multiple choice test, you just gotta be able to see my paper, and I just can't know about it. You can't ask me questions because I start going like, what? No, what? I can't do it. Like, I malfunction. But I was trying to help him anyway, and I was like, calcium. And he was like, I'm like, hydroxy. And he's like, what? I'm like, hydroxy. He couldn't hear me, and so he just handed it in. And he's like, it was a calcium chlorine. And I'm like, boy, what part of hydroxy sounded like chlorine? So I'm like, I don't know. You do you. So then after that, on the way home, I read Pride and Prejudice and Mistletoe, which is just a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, which is really cool because Mr. Darcy is Miss Darcy. And then I don't remember what the guy's name is, but Bennett is a man. So I got into like 25 pages, but you guys, I was so tired that like I could barely keep my eyes open after this day. And I knew that I would have to study, which just like sucked. So after that, I FaceTimed Kelly when I got home, and then I filmed the Thanksgiving plan with me and did the voiceover for that. And then I did that while I binge watched some YouTube videos. And then after all of that was said and done and I had uploaded my video, I spent a little bit of time studying because the exam on Thursday, she was allowing us to have a cheat sheet, and it was for dental anatomy, and I did not do well on that test. So this class only had like two exams. So there's 2 dental anatomy and then 2 head and neck, which is basically like a midterm and a final. I didn't do well on the midterm at all. So I was just like really nervous because it's no pictures and it's really hard for me to visualize it, and I end up having to draw, and that takes up a lot of my time. But yeah, so I had to study and start figuring out what I wanted to put on this cheat sheet. Luckily for me, I have a very thin pen. Shout out to the Uniball Signo .38 pen. And I can write really tiny, like if I need to. So I fill my cheat sheet from like top to bottom with as many notes as possible. So then moving on to Wednesday, I published my Thanksgiving Day spread, and then I submitted my 5th and final journal to my clinic, which was just like an overview of my dental hygiene, my senior clinic observation, which I got like an 89. Did I get on it? Did I get a 90 on it? I get so many points off for grammar, and they really don't like when I use whilst at all. They're like, they always correct it to while, and I'm like, whilst. Like, that's what you're going to get from me. They don't really like it, so, but whatever. As long as I passed, I'm good. So I published my Plan With Me journal, and then I wrote Mayhem in Clinic and used this really funny Once More with Love Munchkin sticker because I was the clinician and my chair like shut off. So I seated my patient. She took her pre-procedural rinse, just mouthwash. And then she was like, oh, the water's not working. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, that's weird. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn the machine on. I'm like, how did I forget to turn the chair on? Because I have to turn it on when I clean it, like when I like disinfect it and like sanitize it and everything like that when I come in to lower the chair because it's raised all the way up. So I'm like, that's odd. So we're like frantically running around trying to figure out where we're supposed to go because everyone's started and like everyone has a place to be. So then it's like a lot of puzzle work to figure out where we should go so that way when we switch we end up out of somebody's cubicle and not like whatever. So we walked into somebody else's cubicle and their chair also did not work, and we were like, what is actually happening? So we got put at like the far end of the clinic, so far away that my professor forgot I was there. And I was like, hello, can you help me? This is really important that I get this right because we have the patient assessment next week and I go first. And she's like, I totally forgot you were here. And I was like, it's okay, just help me. She helped me a lot, so I forgave her for forgetting about me, but it was just really funny, and I wanted to mark it. I wonder if I'll remember this story, like when I see Mayhem in Clinic, but I think I won't forget. I can also watch this video, so that worked out. Then when I got home, I was eating some lunch and just catching up on missed episodes of Bob's Burgers, and I just studied and made my cheat sheet, and I was watching Newsies while I was doing it because I was just going through my PowerPoints and writing down information that I knew that I would not remember. I wonder if it would help for like, because like I have the second and final exam on this week, the one that I'm in recording this voiceover. I wonder if it'll help if like on Tuesday, which is probably the day you're watching this, woohoo for early upload, to read the chapters, and then on Wednesday fill out the cheat sheet. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Perfect plan. High five, Jessica. There. Hope you heard that. So yeah, I was filling out my cheat sheet and finishing that up while watching Newsies. Also need to put in my 2 cents that the Newsies Broadway is better than the movie. Hot take, but like I just think the storyline is better on Broadway. It's just better. And Jeremy Jordan, is that his name? Yes. No. I don't know. It's just better. And then I started my 5th tray of my 2nd round of Invisalign. So that sounded like the Grinch. I can't cancel that again. Okay, so moving on to Thursday. Oh my God, this day was life-changing. So I'm going to this class and I'm like, I'm early, all the trains are coming and everything's going my way, everything's coming up roses. And Starbucks the day before is like, we're releasing Irish cream cold brew. And I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I love Irish cream. Anytime I've gone to a Wawa, anytime I've gone to my sister's boyfriend's apartment for the weekend with them, that sounds weird. There are other people there. But anyway, if we go to a Wawa, I always get Irish cream. I freak out because Wawa has Irish cream. Buc-ee's had Irish cream. There's just something about Irish cream that I love. I think I'm just like innately in love with all things Irish. I always thought it was like British things. I think it's Irish things. But anyway, maybe not food. I've never had Irish food, so I don't know. But Irish, and I understand that Irish cream is not inherently Irish. But anyway, Irish cream cold brew. Never had it. I mean, I've never had a cold brew. Oh, wait, no, I had a nitro. No, I didn't. I had a nitro. No, I did. Okay. I had a nitro cold brew, but that was like one time a very long time ago. So then they had the Irish cream, and I was like, I want it. So I got it, and I was really confused because it came in a cup, and there was like foam at the top, and then like black coffee at the bottom. And I was like, oh my Lanta, because I do love a creamy coffee. But the foam at the top is like that. It's like cream foam. And when you drink it, like the coffee, the bitter coffee mixes with like the sweet Irish cream. And it is the most magnificent thing I've ever tasted in my life. Like better than peppermint white mocha. Better than that. And that's like saying a lot, guys. That's saying a lot. So I had some and it was great. The only thing is that it had me wired. I didn't have breakfast. And I guess I was just like running on pure adrenaline. All my classmates were like sitting outside our classroom ready to take this exam. And it was like early. It's like, I'm telling you guys, it's like 7:50, 7:30 in the morning. And I'm like, good morning, everyone. And everyone's like, what is wrong with her? Like, it was friendly even for me. And they were like, what is happening? And I think it was because of the cold brew. So I've been scared to drink it ever since. Like, I need to strategize when to have it, not with any other caffeine and not too late in the day, because that, like, I was just up and at 'em after that. So yeah, then I finally took my second dental anatomy exam. I don't know how I did. The teacher takes forever to put up grades, like I said before. And then when I got home, I finally started to film this plan with me. And I binge watched Recess on Disney Plus, and I use these cute little munchkins from Once More with Love that are watching Disney Plus. Like, look at that munchkin with its ears and its laptop cover with the Disney Plus. Like, oh. Recess is so good, by the way. Like, it's great. It's fantastic. So ahead of its time. I don't know. I loved it. I don't know if it's actually ahead of its time. Then I was on TikTok for a very long time. And I made a few TikToks, which are fun for me to do. And they bring me a lot of joy. They're all private. I think I've mentioned that before. But they bring me joy and make me laugh because they're really dumb. But they're so funny to me and only me. Like, I showed them to my sister and she was like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, isn't it funny? And she's like, I mean, only because like I know you and I'm laughing at you. And I'm like, fair enough. Then I got a order from Once More with Love delivered. And then I worked on my game plan for all of my finals. So I opened up my calendar app and I started putting in when every final was and then which days I was studying for what, because that really confuses me. Like a lot of the time is just like when there's a bunch of tests in 1 week, like when do I study for what? So it was nice to sit down and just get that like out of the way. Then moving on to Friday, I got to sleep in. I slept till 11 and it was beautiful. I was so happy this day because I had slept. And then I wrote in planning time. I think I was like organizing my sticker albums, so like the foil, the character stickers, putting all my new stickers away from Once More with Love, which was like a million food doodles, and then just like putting overlays and prepping for the next few weeks. And I think I also put down the base for the week after Grinchmas, which is so beautiful and so extra with the foil. You guys are just gonna like, you're not ready for all that jelly. Like, it's crazy. Then my book outlet order was delivered. Finally, I was tracking it like a crazy woman on the postal service app, because like I didn't know if it's supposed to come UPS, DHL, or USPS, and I was like, but it says it's like out for delivery. I was so excited. I got 16 books. They were all beautiful. Just love it to pieces. There's a stack picture of them all on my personal Instagram, and I'm just like, I'm so excited to read them all. So after reading Pride and Prejudice and Mistletoe, I'm gonna read The Afterlife of Holly Chase, which is also like a holly jolly book, but like kind of is it like Scrooge? I don't exactly know that story. I've never been told it because I am Jewish. But like I think it's like all like the ghosts of Christmas past. A Christmas story? Is it like a Christmas story? I think it's like that's what it's called. Then after that, my sister came home with some pizza, and we watched A Christmas Prince, The Royal Baby. And I love that series of movies, that whole franchise, A Christmas Prince, so much. As bad as it is, it's actually not that bad compared to The Night Before Christmas, but as bad as it is, it's amazing. I love it to bits and pieces. I get really into it, and I'm like, that guy did it. That woman did it. They're bad people! And then me and my sister were placing bets on whether she was going to have a boy or a girl. I won't spoil if you haven't watched it yet, but the answer is pretty obvious. And I said that, and my sister still said her answer. I was about to say what it was. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Then after that, my sister's boyfriend came over, and we went to go get bubble tea together, and then we headed into downtown Manhattan to go to a friend's art show, where I proceeded to count the faces of the artwork with my sister, because the artist likes to draw faces and like hide faces in his art. So we were like, how many faces is in all this art? And then by one of the pieces, I found jam on the floor, and I made it into art. Like, I asked the people there for paper. There weren't that many people there. That sounded like I was like, there weren't that many people, but there weren't that many people that I was disrupting anyone, is my point. I asked for a piece of paper. I cut it out like with an X-Acto knife. They didn't want to give me an X-Acto knife. Good on them, but they ended up giving it to me anyway. And I cut a little like frame, put it around the jam, and then made a little like artistic plaque for it. And I was like, this is my new installation, and it's called What Do We Name It? Because we didn't know what to name it, but it's just basically raspberry jam on the ground on a wooden floor with a white frame around it. It was spectacular. Then after that, it was super duper late, like ridiculously late, maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning, and we got some late night Wendy's because your girl got them spicy chicken nuggets. And this is probably my favorite sticker that Mark has ever drawn. Probably not, but like out of the food ones, like this box of chicken nuggets is my favorite thing of life. Like, it makes me want to just eat chicken nuggets all the time just so I can use this sticker, because look how stinking cute it is. Then on Saturday, we went to a place called Bury the Hatchet, which is basically just like axe throwing, and it was a lot of fun once I got the hang of it. Even when I didn't get the hang of it, it was really fun, but to like get the axe to like stick was amazing. It was so fun. So I went with my mom, my dad, my sister, and my sister's boyfriend, and my sister's boyfriend's super competitive, and we played on the same team, and so I was like, I'm gonna make you proud, and it was really fun. Then we went to go get lunch at a place called Jose Tejas. I've been there before, and when I got home, I worked on one of my assignments for my seminar class, which I thought I would get done, but I literally just like made the heading and like just started typing things out, because it wasn't a very intensive assignment, so I just wanted to like, I was so tired, but I'm like, let me get started what I can and do it now so I don't have to worry about it on Monday, because it's due on Tuesday. Then after that, we headed to the mall because Bath & Body Works was having their candle sale, and I was looking high and low for the cereal marshmallow bar candle. And I called all the Bath and Body Works that I was like near, and they all said they sold out of it. The one closest to me was like, we sold out of it within 2 hours of opening. And I was like, when did you open? Because I called them at like 10 a.m. They're like, we opened at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, are you nuts? That's bananas. But my friend Kelly found them in California, and she got me 2 of them, and I'm so super excited, and I love her for going to get them for me. Well, I think she was going to get candles anyway, so it's not like she went out of her way to get, but I appreciate the search nonetheless. And then I also went to Ulta because I wanted to get some of those like fake like press-on like glue nails. I think Andrea's used some of them before, and I know other people have used them, but that way, like, I can have long nails over this, like, short month break. And I don't have to get, like, acrylics and go through all that and then removing it again. So I wanted to see if those would work. And they had one really pretty design that's kind of long. So I'm hoping they don't, like, fall off. I, like, don't trust myself with long nails because I feel like I just am not used to them anymore. But they're long and they're, like, very pretty, like, glittery and, like, mermaid, like, what is it? Not duochrome, but, like, iridescent. It's, like, an iridescent duochrome, and it's so pretty. And then I got like a chill pair for New Year's if they work out well for me. Then we went to Popeyes because my sister's boyfriend was getting his phone fixed. So we were just like at the mall for a very long time, maybe like 4 or 5 hours. So we ended up getting dinner there, and I got into Popeyes, and it was delicious. I haven't had Popeyes in so long. Oh my God. And they had their spicy chicken sandwich, which I went up to the register and I was like, I saw it on the menu, and I'm like, you guys have the spicy chicken sandwich? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, give me one of those. It was actually freaking delicious. It was really good, guys. Like, I'm a fan of the Wendy's chicken sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwich, but I think this might be better. I liked it a lot. The chicken was just so juicy. So good. And then when I came home, I watched a little bit of Fuller House before falling asleep. You fell asleep, and I had the worst stomach ache, and I think it was from eating the Jose Tejas, not the Popeyes, but just like from Jose Tejas, because my sister had a bad stomach ache too. Then on Sunday, did I wake up early? Why did I wake up early on Sunday? I don't think I did. I think I woke up early on Saturday. But on Sunday, it was Kasten's birthday, so that was the first thing I marked of the day. I'm really glad I remember to, because I've been really crap at remembering to put in people's birthdays unless there's like a birthday party I'm going to, and then I just kind of like by accident end up marking the birthday. So it's Kasten's birthday. And then I spent the morning filming Plan With Me's. I think I put down like Friday and Saturday of this week, the week that we're doing right now. Then I organized the kitchen drawers in my kitchen because there's a lot of tools that we don't use and they're just piled high on top of each other, which is not great because a lot of them were really sharp. And then I binge watched Fuller House while I finished up my assignment from the day before. It was great. It's a spectacular piece of writing. No, it's not, but it'll get me the grades I need. Then I studied a bit of my patient assessment, like all the stuff that I had to do. I typed out a script because I do stumble over my words, and I do want to sound professional, even though it was my sister that was coming, but I feel like that's harder. Like, I feel like it's just more instinctive to be professional with people you don't know because that's just like manners, but it's my sister and I want to be like, yo, get in the chair and like gonna rinse with some mouthwash. So I just wanted to make sure I was prepared in case my professor was watching me as I did the procedure. I made sure I got my patient's consent because that's a really, really big thing. And then the last thing I did on a Sunday night was declutter my iPhone photos. So this was a process. I decluttered on my iPhone a lot of the pictures, and then I deleted a lot because I had pictures from 2015 on there, and I was like, I don't need these on my phone, but I do upload them to photos on my MacBook. And then I went through my MacBook pictures, and let me tell you, those pictures were from 2010 to now. So like a whole decade's worth of pictures that I went through, but I know there was like some photos I didn't need in there. I don't know. I just get this weird thing about deleting stuff. Andre's yelled at me before for to not delete things because like even just like desktop clutter makes me uncomfortable. But I just wanted to make sure like I was deleting pictures in there that like I didn't need anymore. I'm not talking like pictures of exes because I did keep some of those just because like, you know, they're memories, but like a lot of them went. And I found myself like when I was scrolling through it, because like I said, it started in the 2010s and that was like my senior year of high school to now. My 85th year in college. What was I saying? Yeah, so I was like scrolling through it and I was like, okay, la 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 la, like it wasn't going anywhere. Like, there were so many photos, and I was like, I'm just looking forward to, like, the point in time where my ex breaks up with me, because that would mean that I'm close to the bottom of the decade. It was a really strange process, but I decluttered it. I cleaned everything. I couldn't sleep anyway, so, like, I got everything done between, like, 10,000 pictures. 10,000 pictures! But I'm glad I did it, and then I also figured out to separate my iPhone pictures by decade, I guess. So I did 2010s Pepe, which is the name of my phone, and then once 2020 hits, I think I'll do 2020. I think I'll do, like, by year after this, because a decade is a freaking... No, I like the decade, so I think I'll do 2010s Pepe and then 2020s Pepe. So, yeah, that is my week, guys. Look at that wiggle with those snowflakes. It is so pretty. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!